Good Monday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. This is your outlook for February 24th, 2014. And starting off with today's overview, and we're going to have a big change from what we saw this past weekend. It was an absolutely gorgeous weekend for a lot of areas and a taste of spring for many areas. And unfortunately, that all good things must come to an end, and that's definitely going to be the case this week. We have the front move through yesterday, actually last evening. Now winds are shifted around to the northwest, and temperatures are going to struggle to get above freezing for many locations throughout this entire week. And it sounds crazy after some places where are well into the 50s and some even nearing 60 degrees in some spots across our coverage area. That will not be seen for quite some time. Here's the GFS now for later on Monday. We're gonna move this a little bit ahead in time. We have this cold and dry, for the most part, dry pattern, but this is going to have present some really fast systems coming through here. One is going to be setting up shop just south of our area here, coming off the Carolina coastline and heading out in this area here. But you see what it does? It brings some snow here now on the GFS. This has been matching what the European model has had for a couple days now, and the Canadian is now doing the same thing. So here's your area low pressure. It originates down here right off the Carolina coast and heads northeast from that point. It keeps bringing this. The trend has been taking this a little bit further northwest where it comes off the Carolina coast. And if it keeps doing that, the more precipitation gets thrown back into our area here. So this is all snow here because it's definitely cold enough to support that. But you see previous runs of the GFS anyway were having the snow originally completely down here, and then the last couple runs have been having the snow get as far north as this area. Now it's all the way up here. So we have to keep an eye on this because the trend, again, has been to keep pushing this northwest as we get closer to Wednesday. And Wednesday might be a day that we get some accumulations, 1 to 3, 2 to 4 inch types accumulations, maybe even higher than that with higher ratios. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we're going to take a look at the model guidance that runs the rest of this overnight and again during the day today. And we'll come up with a first call map if necessary on Monday evening for this system. So we're definitely keeping an eye on it and seeing what it does. But the trend has been to push this northwest, and the ensembles have been insistent on getting precipitation up in this area, and it will be cold enough for snow. So we will be on top of that. It doesn't look like a major storm. Again, this is well southeast of the area here, so we just get clipped by this here. But clipping might be just enough to cause problems. And then we're going to go a little bit beyond that here. Now, the rest of the week here, we're on a cold front that's going to be in association with this low pressure that's going to move through Thursday evening, and it's not going to have any moisture with it. So not expecting anything from that other than just locking and reinforcing in the cold Thursday night when that cold front moves through for Friday and beyond. And then we have another system coming in here over the weekend, and this is on Saturday, March 1st. Now, we've been talking about this storm threat for a while. The GFS started picking up the last couple runs and model cycles here, started picking up on a storm here, and now the latest run of the GFS has kind of fizzled apart a little bit. And again, this is something that the models are having trouble with. This is called a split flow pattern one right now. Every time the models are in a split flow pattern, and this is very easily distinguished here. You have one jet stream going to the north here. This is where your northern branch is, and this is where your southern branch is. If you have these two disconnected like this, it's called a split flow pattern, and the models also have a very difficult time picking up on all the little players in the field. If this system, this jet stream and this jet stream meet and interact, and you have more amplification, something more like this instead of this zonal west-east flow like it's showing here, you can get some bigger storms. So right now it's not showing that, and that's why the models are kind of like going back and forth with this split flow and how much amplification gets in here. The European model is showing a little bit more than the GFS, so it's showing more storm threats. And this is what we're looking at on March 1st here. We have a storm here that is now showing up again, once again, on the March 1st time frame. This is a period we liked, and we have an area of low pressure that's kind of forming right off the coast here. So not showing much in the way of precipitation right now, but again, we're talking about Saturday, so this is some time away from right now. that allows time for things to change, especially since the models are struggling with that split flow pattern that we showed in the previous graphic here. Every time you have the split flow, there's always problems in the models. It just always happens that way, and this time is no different. So any forecast you see now for Saturday, anytime next weekend that you have an outlet that's saying, oh yeah, we're going to get definitely getting a big snowstorm, don't pay any attention to it yet. I do think there will be snow chances, and we do have that in our official forecast for snow on Saturday, just because that's what we think is going to end up happening. But to put amounts up here and say we're getting a big storm or a small storm or nothing at all, nothing can be said definitively right now. So just wait till we get a little bit closer and the models figure this out a little bit, and then we'll definitely give the latest information we have as soon as we get it, either on the Facebook page or again in these videos or a daily forecast that we do on the website. That's all we have for today. Just stay tuned with us during the day today on the Facebook page. If we do have a first call map that will be released, we will announce it as such, and we'll do it this evening for the Wednesday threat. That is your immediate threat we're concentrating on at this point. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for February 24th, 2014. Have a great Monday.